What's up guys, my name is Jeremy with thewarriorsolution.com. In this video we are taking a look at the Vaultek LifePod. This is the original version, not the newer 2.0 version. The main reason I wanted to pick one of these up is after the lockpicking lawyer put out his infamous video of defeating one of these with a fork, I was curious to see if Vaultek had actually addressed that flaw in their design and see if they had made any changes or if they had just continued manufacturing and shipping the product as it was with that major security flaw. If you didn't see that video, it's a really quick watch that's also, very informative as far as security vulnerabilities in safes. So definitely check that out. I will leave a link in the description, possibly up here as well. Check that out, then come back and watch this. Anyway, so this is the 1.0 version of the LifePod. It is made of a very strong plastic material. I'm sure this is probably glass reinforced nylon or some other space magic material. It's plastic to save weight because the whole intent of this particular product is to allow you to fly with a firearm. It is a TSA approved lockbox where you can actually safely and legally fly with a firearm. One of the improvements that Vaultek has made in the LifePod series is the inclusion of the previously optional metal security cable. In the past, these LifePods would ship with a nylon loop that would integrate into the slot here and allow you to secure it to something or carry it. However, nylon is easy to rip, easy to cut, and there was no security at all. So the inclusion of the metal security cable out the gate without actually having to additionally purchase one from Vaultek is pretty cool to see. Obviously comes with 2 spare backup keys, and then we have this foam here, which is an optional insert depending on the size of whatever it is that you have in the pod. To open the Vaultek LifePod, you're going to push the lock button, enter your super duper secret code, which can be anywhere from 4 to 8 digits long. If you do 4 digits, you have 1 in 10,000 to get the combination correct just by guessing. And if you have an 8-digit combination, you have, I believe it's 300 million, 100 million. It's a lot of millions, and it takes a very, very, very long time to guess that combination. So opening up the Vaultek LifePod, you'll see that it does have enough room to accommodate a full-size firearm. This is a Glock 17 with a weapon light attached. You will not be able to fit optics in here. I tried. And you will not be able to fit any kind of extended magazine or anything like that. But it does fit a full-size firearm with a weapon light. This, by the way, is the new Balder S from Olight. If you want to pick one of those up, there is a 10% off coupon code in the description. So the actual interior of the Vaultek LifePod, you'll see around the edges that there is actually an O-ring seal, which is the biggest contributing factor to making this waterproof and buoyant. In other words, if you drop it in the water, it will float with up to 2 pounds in it, which is very cool. The latches on the side here integrate with slots on the lid in order to secure the actual lid down into that O-ring. You can just use the latches and not mess with the actual mechanical lock if you wish. That just gives you a watertight box for you to store whatever. You could use this on a kayak, on a boat, use your imagination. If you look right here, you'll see how the lock mechanism actually works. So I'm going to push and hold the lock button. You see the little bar shoot across, which then interacts with the latch here to effectively lock the case. So now that the case is locked, the program button, which was that exploit that the lockpicking lawyer identified, that button is right here. So he was able to use a fork, go between the lid and the seal here, push the program button, and actually program a new code into the vault while it was still locked. Now they have released a firmware update for all of their new products that completely disables that program button. So if the vault is locked, that program button no longer functions at all. So not only did they address the issue that was identified by the lockpicking lawyer, they also included a metal security cable with all of the vaults now unlocking. Again, you're watching this bar here. So push the lock button, enter your code, and you'll see it opens right up. If you do put something inside, something like this, and close it and lock it, in order to unlock it, you either want to push down on the lid and enter your code, or just enter your code to actuate the locking mechanism before you actually undo the latches here on the sides. Because of the thickness of the gun inside, it's pushing the lid up, which is probably going to prevent the lock from actually working. But in this case, it did work. That's just something to be aware of. Also, if you read your instruction manual, there is a couple of additional things to be aware of. Here on the front, you'll see a rubber plug, and this actually covers the micro USB port. In order to add power, if your battery dies, you can actually use a micro USB cable to get power into the unit in order to enter your code. And then you have your standard backup keyway slot here. So some things to be aware of with the actual key itself. You cannot lock the safe with the key. It doesn't work for whatever reason. Secondly, on the inside, it's just below that program button, you'll see that there is the key lock switch, which means you can actually disable the physical keyway entirely. So if you happen to have friends like the lockpicking lawyer who like to pick their way into everything and anything, that will actually completely disable that keyway. So that is the Vaultek LifePod 1.0 version. It is big enough for a full-size firearm, and that's about it. If you want more room for stuff, check out the 2.0 version. It is larger overall, and you can actually fit quite a bit more stuff inside. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to follow at The Warrior Solution on Instagram, Facebook, and check out thewarriorsolution.com for the written review of this, as well as a whole bunch of other good stuff, including unique t-shirt designs and some other goodies that are exclusive to thewarriorsolution.com. So thanks again, have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.